Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, PDAC 2018. We are now here in the media room of the PDAC, and we have the honor and pleasure to talk to Martin Stephan. He's the CEO of Lithium, and yeah, we want to know what's the company about. Martin, great to have you here. Thank you very much for taking the time.
No problem.
Lithium, what is the company about? Obviously, lithium, and you are in Ontario, so give us a short insight, please.
Yeah, it's the Georgia Lake project in Ontario, which was found by investors or geologists 30-40 years ago.
Wow.
So it's a lot of historic results which we are using to confirm these historic things and to find even more lithium. It's our main project. Lots of German money is involved in this, but Canadian money too, of course. And we have an additional project in Mexico, which is a new one, which could be a salar, a brine deposit, but this is for the future.
Okay, great. So your exploration story, so maybe you can elaborate a bit about the, let's say, drill success you had in 2017, and then maybe let's move on to 2018.
Drill success in 2017, it's related to confirm the historic results, which we always do. We have to do this to put this into Canadian standard, NI 43-101, for example. But of course, we have to do it in addition to know if these old results are still there, if that's still valid.
Yeah.
And in addition, of course, we're learning much more about the project. So we are drilling in new areas of the project to find new pegmatites, which we do, and to find new areas of our very huge size of our project, to learn much more about the project.
Okay, super. And I think you started already to work on a PEA, right?
What we have done is we hired DMT out of Essen in Germany, which is old part of Ruhrkohle AG. They are mining engineers, but they are good in doing PEAs and in all kinds of assessments to give their knowledge to exploration and mining companies to progress and make decisions about the next steps. And in our case, we have collected so much data, so much material about the project. We think we could be even close to be in a position to have already enough stuff that a PEA is possible. So DMT is now in the project. They will give us their results, their ideas, what to do next, how much drilling is needed. Do we have to confirm more, find more, or can we start to take on the next progress to be rather sooner than later go into production?
Okay, fantastic. So production is the keyword, yeah? What can we expect? Like, do we say maybe 2 years, 3 years, or maybe 5 years away from production? And what is your estimate on the capital? Do we talk about 50 million or 500 million?
We would be very happy to be in production, let's say, in 3 years. This should be an achievable target. 2 years would be maybe a little bit too soon, and 5 years we think would be too late. We have metallurgical tests already done, which means we know relatively good and have solid data about what we will get out of the ground. And that's important to make a decision about how you will run and build the plant, how much waste you have, how the plant has to be organized. So we think when it comes to CapEx for the investment in a plant, we are much more closer to 50 million than 200 million, and nothing about 500 million.
Yeah, okay, that's very promising. No, fantastic, because I mean, everything between 50 and 100 million is normally really makeable. That shouldn't be any problem with the project finance, yeah? So what could you imagine how many tons of, let's say, lithium concentrate or whatever carbonate you can produce then? Because I'm sure you have a guess. I know it's a forward-looking statement, but we cannot nail on you on that.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but just to give our viewers an idea.
Always hard to tell.
Yeah.
We would like to see a production of maybe 10,000 tons a year. That would fit all the needs we have when it comes to return on investment and paying back capital and all this kind of stuff. That should give us a 10-year mine of life, for example. So this is all very reasonable. If it would only be 5,000, that would be okay too, by the way.
Absolutely.
The lithium prices
if the margin is fine.
Absolutely. Lithium prices have tripled in the last 2 years, which is much more most of these companies like us need to be a potential producer.
Fantastic. Okay, fine. Maybe you can comment a bit on the lithium market, because there was this Morgan Stanley study. I think a little bit weird to me because we see where the e-mobility is moving, and I think even like the German car producers, they bring like 40, 50 new models within the next 2 years. Yeah, so I don't see why the lithium demand should go down. I think it's going up massively.
And in lithium, we have on both sides, supply and demand, the kind of problem that both curves are going to the moon. So demand, of course, will skyrocket, and supply, at least in the next 1 to 2 years, if everything works out like it is planned, which normally would be hard rock projects getting in production, no new brine salars. If that works like it is, both really will go up like crazy. So it's easy for Morgan Stanley or someone else to make something in advantage of surplus or advantage of deficit. Both is possible. So this is noise. But it has nothing to do with the long-term outlook, let's say 5 years. We don't see enough projects getting to production that the whole demand will be really settled until maybe 2024 when Rio Tinto and the Serbian project, which really could make a difference, which can come into production. And Rio Tinto, by the way, is on our side telling everybody, 2024, this is not too late. It's great to be there 2024. This is when the mania really is exciting.
Yeah.
So,
fantastic. Great. What is, let's say, a little bit the game plan for 2018? What is the most important thing you want to achieve? And of course, do you have the money for that?
Right now we have $2.5 million Canadian dollars in the bank. There are good chances that we will do another private placement when our share price is good enough, which I think is in this moment. We have now in this moment no really actual plans to do, but we're always looking. There are always opportunities, investors asking us to come on board. There are options which are executed. So the amount of money we have is good enough. For the next 6 to 12 months, we really would like to see what DMT is giving us as an expertise, how to come along, getting closer to production. And because of that, we have to make the decisions to make a private placement or not, or to just go ahead. And of course, we have the Nogales project in Mexico. We will spend some money there too, or maybe not a lot because it has to be settled. But at least we will care about the project and find more projects.
Of course. Great. Well, then, Martin, thank you very much. We keep fingers crossed.
Thanks.
Let's report some more good results, and we really look forward to update our viewers.
Great.
Then. Great. Thank you very
Perfect.
much. Yeah.
Thanks a lot.
Ladies and gentlemen, that was Martin Stephan, the CEO of Rohstoff-TV Lithium, and you heard it. I think the company is really full on track, and they're doing a great job. The PEA is starting to be created, and also they have a German partner here, DMT, which stands for very high quality, of course. And what I like, honestly, is like 3, maybe 4 years maximum they can go in production. 50 million, something like that. 50 to 60 million might be the capex. So that's also really doable and financeable. So check out the company. Thanks for watching us. Bye bye from Toronto.
Thanks.